What's up, guys? We've got a question today, all the way from Australia. So, Mr. Senglekhdine, we'll keep his name anonymous. Mr. Senglekhdine, hey bro, loving the content you're putting out. Just a quick question, hope you don't mind. I was going to ask your thoughts on creatine. I've been training for a couple of years now and thought, will this supplement help me in my training? Any help is appreciated. So, Mr. Singh, thanks for your question. In regards with creatine, I'm not going to say the generic stuff you find on Google. I'll give you my own opinion on creatine and what I've found when I've taken creatine, or any of the athletes or my clients have taken creatine. So first I want to talk about, we're either vegetarian or vegan, and generally creatine is found mostly in animal products. So that's how a lot of people are getting their creatine in. Even they aren't getting as much creatine as they need for it to help with their training. So I'd suggest, if you are vegan or vegetarian, you do supplement with creatine. Now, the creatine monohydrate powder that you do buy as a supplement is vegan. Generally, it's synthetically made, so no animals are involved, so we can supplement with creatine. The only thing I'd say is some of them come in capsule form and they've got gelatin on them, so make sure you're not having one of them, so it is vegetarian or vegan. Outside of that, what I'd like to talk about is what it does for your training. Now, some people think, oh, when I take creatine, my strength levels and the amount of muscle I put on is just going to go absolutely through the roof, and that's just not true. If your training, nutrition and sleep is all in order, then on any given particular exercise, so say you were getting 10 reps of 100 kg bench, it might help you get 12 out, but over time that does help, and it's improving your performance in the gym. So it's not a wonder supplement, but it definitely does work and it does help. Another thing I want to talk about is when you take creatine, it draws in water, and I've noticed I put on about 2 kilos of body weight when I take creatine. Now, this isn't under your skin, it's not subcutaneous, it's intramuscular. So what does that mean? It means that the water isn't going to be stored under your skin to give you that soft, chubby look. It's going to be actually retained. The majority of that water is going to be retained in the muscle cells itself. So you actually will look bigger than you actually are, which is quite a nice benefit to have of it. But again, so it increases strength levels. It does hold on to water. So if you're one of them people that get freaked out by stepping on scales and you look heavier, you are heavier than you'd like to be, then it's probably not for you. But if you're not bothered about scale weight, then it does help with your performance in training. Now let's talk about the dosage of creatine. There's 2 ways to go about this. The first is where you have a loading phase, where you take 20 grams of creatine every single day and then drop down to 5 grams of creatine after. Now, the whole idea of taking a high amount of creatine for a shorter period of time is so that your muscles are saturated with creatine as quickly as possible. Once they've reached that level, then you drop down. The second way is just to take 5 grams of creatine every single day without a loading phase. That's what I do and recommend for my clients as well, but either way is fine. Now let's talk about the timing of when to take creatine, and there's mixed views on this. Some people say take it before you work out, but this isn't like a caffeine-based stimulant or like a pre-workout where you take it 30 to 45 minutes before your workout and you see an increase of performance in the gym. This is something that takes weeks to, fully saturate into your muscles. So as long as you're taking 5 grams of creatine every single day consistently, then you don't need to sweat the small stuff of timings and stuff like that. As long as you've got a good training and nutrition program in place, then this creatine is a supplement to supplement your diet. So as long as you've got the main bulk parts all in order, then these are just little additional supplements that will help with your performance. I hope that helped. Thank you.